So Kirkland, how do you feel about the possible rumors of certain characters, namely specifically Agatha Harkness, getting her own Disney spin-off show on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I think this is just a genius idea. I feel like it's not really surprising, honestly, because she seemed like a very fan favorite character in the series of WandaVision. There's a lot of mystery behind her character. Like, obviously, we kind of found out like her origin story, but still, there's just so much left like untold, and there's so much content that you can build like a series around with her character, and
Mhm.
not even just her, just like the whole aspect of like magic in general. Like it got like introduced with the character of Scarlet Witch, and then obviously touched upon more in her series with WandaVision. But I'm just really excited to just see more magic users. It's just such a cool aspect that's been introduced to the series, and what was shown in WandaVision, like surrounding Agatha. I'm just really excited to learn more about her and follow her and other characters that she might interact with in her own series. So I'm really
Mhm.
looking forward to that. And I don't even think it's like a rumor anymore. Wasn't it like confirmed? Let me look that up while you go.
I can't remember. Travis wrote rumored Disney series in the show
Okay.
notes, so it kind of
I
confused
feel like
me.
maybe some of them were rumor because, like, even like the Ten Rings thing. Oh, hey, Carl, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see your name. I guess I'm not seeing you physically, but um, yeah, because like the Ten Rings one, that was one that we were all pretty much expecting, and then I think it was good for. But I'll confirm that.
Get the confirmation. Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I'm curious, is it going to be a prequel or is it going to be a sequel series of her kind of like waking up in this town or whatnot? I would love it to be a prequel, not gonna lie, just her doing her conniving magical stuff and everything like that. I think it'd be very entertaining. The whole magic is just done so beautifully, visually, aesthetically pleasing on how Marvel executes it. I absolutely love it with a passion. So I am so 100% down to see more of that visual aesthetic just popping off. Yeah. Um, what you got?
Yeah, that's a good question. Just in regards to if it'll be a prequel or like just where her story kind of left off, because I feel like you can easily do both. Because we got a glimpse of her origin story, but it was very much just glossed over. Like you could do like an entire series in like a different period, right? And then that way you're not
Mhm.
really trying to think about how it's going to relate into like the next MCU thing, or like trying to bring back her character, because I feel like she's a character that's eventually going to come back no matter what. It's all about if she's going to be like a big villain or even like a anti-hero type character or something like that. But I am intrigued about that one. And then yes, just to confirm, so it is says that it's in development at Disney Plus from Marvel Studios. Variety has learned exclusively from sources. So whatever that
Oh.
means, take what you will. I don't know if that's 100% confirmed, but I would put many or I'd put money on that we're getting that. And the Ten Rings one, I just was typing slow, so I didn't find that one. But I'm pretty sure that one's confirmed as well. I think the other one that's not confirmed is the Monica Rambeau series.
Yeah, I think that's at the
I'll
bottom.
confirm that while we're going. Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 rings. I mean, you know it's coming back at the end of Shang-Chi. Spoilers. They said 10 rings will return. So you know that's going to play a part in the future MCU content. More or less probably a Disney Plus show. I can't see the movie getting or the show getting the 10 rings getting their own
It's
movie.
early. It's early for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. But yeah, Monica Rambeau, that's an interesting one. I'm down to see that, but I'm curious if they would actually have her as her own character like show, or if they would pair her
Yeah.
off with another hero character, because I still feel like she's very, very fresh. And if you look at these characters so far, these Disney shows, they're all characters that have been introduced from the movies, right? Like Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision. So her character was introduced in a show. I'm curious to know, is it just gonna again focus just on her, or are they gonna have her like teammate with someone else? What was the character's name from Ant-Man, the detective?
Oh, Woo or something like
Woo.
that.
Now
Yeah.
that's the show that I'm upset about. I wish that we got the Agent Woo show. That would have
And
been so
even
good.
like him and oh my gosh, what's her name? From like Thor, but she was also in WandaVision. Kat Dennings' character.
Oh yeah.
I forget her name, but like I feel like her, like Wu, and like just like those other side characters, I always love like them all together, and I just love to see more content with them.
Well, pair him up with Monica Rambeau. I'd 100%
Yeah,
would just. I'd love all those characters coming back in there. But I guess Kat Dennings is probably going to be saved for Thor: Love and Thunder. I imagine.
true. Yeah, but I still think that she is a likable enough character that she could
Oh yeah.
possibly get put into a show like that, where maybe she's not the front runner, but like she's like a strong side character. Um, because then you just are building upon a character that majority already loves, and then you just get her more fleshed out, but you don't have to like. I feel like selling her as the protagonist in like a standalone movie is kind of tough, but I like her
Kat
enough that
Dennings.
yeah.
That would be bold. Kat
Yeah, oh
Dennings
yeah, yeah,
leading
exactly.
the
That's
old
what I
new
mean.
MCU movie.
It's it's tough to pitch that movie idea,
Yeah.
but I still would like to see more of her character, and just maybe in a more lead role in a show would probably fit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I found, so the Monica Rambeau thing is a rumor, and then the Ten Rings, I believe that's set because, I mean, we're gonna be getting Shang-Chi like in the future MCU movies content, but like what was left off with his sister and stuff, I feel like that's just like that's a show right there that can write itself. Like it's just you got all the content there. I'm pretty darn sure that one's confirmed as well as the um oh my gosh, what was the first one that we were just talking about?
Agatha.
Agatha. Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Cool. Now I'm curious. Are there any Disney Plus shows for a Marvel character you'd like to see? Just give me like your top like one right now you'd want.
I feel like the first one that comes to mind is like the whole Vision thing. And again, that's like a big question mark though, because I don't know when he's gonna show up again. Like he just kind of vanished, so we know that he's gonna come back eventually. He's a character that's just so tied to Wanda that it's tough to see him and not Wanda. But I still think it's possible that you could do like him discovering himself or something in like his own show. Um, and yeah, like that's the first one that comes to mind, but it's, again, I feel like I'm still leaning more that he would appear in the movie, but he's still a really likable character that I'd like him fleshed out a lot more, like on his own. Because in WandaVision, it's called WandaVision, but it's still like Wanda's show, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. Like Vision is a strong side character with her, but it's still mostly just revolving around Wanda and her own grief. And yeah, Vision is also going through grief, but he's also dead. Like in the whole show, kind of he like gets remade, but it's pretty much just Wanda and her own struggles there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm thinking anyone in particular, I don't know. Maybe I'll need a second to think of one. Do you have one off the top of your head?
I mean, I'd say Ghost Rider, but he's already coming in the movie, so
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't have to go
Your
there.
wish is
But
granted.
it's which is granted. Um, I would. Yeah, it's tricky. I would love to see. I mean, I feel like Red Hulk will kind of be popped off in like the Thunderbolts whenever they do the Thunderbolts and all that jazz. As far
Yeah.
as the show goes, though, probably something more along the Mystic Arts. I'd like something with Wong. I think he's just popping up in everything. So
Yeah, that would probably be a really good pitch because
mhm.
again, he's one of those characters that I feel like majority really like, and then like it's tough to just pitch him as a full movie protagonist, but if he has his own series, and then he can even interact with different side characters that maybe Strange and the other sorcerers can like interact with in their own, like in
Mhm.
the movies, but then we get them fleshed out more in the shows. So that's a good
Mhm.
pitch. I like that one a lot.
Mhm.
Um, Sorry, were you gonna keep going?
No, I was just
Yeah.
chopping my lips.
I was gonna say one I think I would really really like actually is not even like a particular character like specifically, but like more just like Wakanda stuff. I think I would love like a series just set in Wakanda,
Mhm.
because like we're getting Black Panther 2, but also maybe just like a series like going about uh the Dor Milaje. That's what they're called, right? Yeah,
Dora
so
Milaje. Yeah.
yeah, so like them, maybe even just like Shuri or something. I mean, she'll probably be a lot more relevant in Black Panther 2 since we don't have Chadwick Boseman, unfortunately, anymore. But I don't know, just maybe fleshing out more of those characters, or even just like the different tribes in Wakanda. I feel like we're not going to get too much emphasis on them in the movie. So I think it would be really fun to just learn more about them and maybe like the history of Wakanda a little bit more. Like I think Black Panther 1 did a good job at giving us all the necessary history that we needed to like get that movie going. But I still want more because it's just so fascinating to me. I think Wakanda is one of the coolest places that's ever been introduced. My gosh,
Introduces.
introduced in the MCU. But I just want more like the gorilla tribe like in the north. Like those guys are so interesting to me. I would love to learn more about them, or like the water tribe. There's just so much that was introduced in that movie that it's tough to like dive in specifically in each one in like the feature films. But with the Disney Plus series, you can get wild and you can go all sorts of directions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a very good pick, actually. I didn't even thought of that. There's a lot of rich history you can go in there.
Yeah.
Like just even like the beginning stages of Wakanda when that asteroid full of vibranium crash lands, and just like
Yeah.
the first Black Panther or something. There's lots of cool things you can
Exactly.
do. So
And you could do it modern day, like past. It doesn't really matter. So
yeah,
I'm sure
absolutely.
Travis wouldn't want it in the past because he's notorious for not liking prequels. But
He hates prequels so much. Um, cool. Wraps up our Marvel slate. Unless was there something else that he added into the Marvel news area? I should take another look at his notes.
no, I think we covered it all. The rumored D plus spinoffs and just how excited we are for them.
Very, very excited. I'm very excited. They just got to be swimming with these shows right now.
Oh, yeah.
So let's drop to a quick ad break, and then we'll be right back.